I don't know, luxury just doesn't excite me the way it once did. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm so excited because I'm doing my 2023 luxury wish list. Now, at the end of 2022, I told you guys that I would be bringing to you all this video, but that it would be a little different. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you would know that I love luxury. I love indulging in it, but recently I just haven't been like in it. There were years where I was just frolicking online and every month I was buying a bag, and I'm not in that space anymore. Number one, I feel like I have most things that I want. I really don't want for much. So if I do want to acquire something, it has to be really, really special. And honestly, a lot of the bags that are out now by my favorite brands, they are too high of a price to warrant the lower quality that is being produced. And honestly, I'm just not into the styles. Yeah, so another reason is because of the economy. I have decided to kind of scale back on my channel and not share hauls. Once again, this is just a me thing. I just don't feel it's socially responsible as an influencer to share me spending thousands of dollars every few months on things that are not necessities during a time when the economy overall is just suffering. So once again, that does not mean if you do it, I'm judging you. Everyone has to do as they please. This is just how we operate on this channel. Because of those two reasons, I don't really want for much. I have no need of anything luxury in terms of bags. I have quite a hefty collection, but just to be honest, of course, there are some things that are always on my wish list. So this wish list is like an anti-wish list because there's really only a few things on it. When I look back at the things that I acquired last year, I really only bought a few things. My intentions, money, and mindset were on other things. So yeah, I'm not going to be consuming a ton of luxury next year. I will try to focus more on luxury reviews. I think that's a bit more meaningful than just showing you like me making it rain at Fashion File, because like at the end of the day, who cares? So this luxury wish list is going to be like none other before. Also, if you guys have seen my wish list in years past, you will know that I don't stick to this because I have no holes in my luxury collection other than a Birkin. If I see something I like in April and I have the funds to buy it, I will buy it, but I don't feel like I have to check things off because I don't want for much. With that being said, this is my very small, conservative, yet very meaningful luxury wish list for this year. If you guys would like to see all the things that I wish for, then please keep watching. Okay, so first on my list, Baccarat Butterflies. I will link the video down below where I shared my first Baccarat Butterfly. If you guys know the story behind that, then you know why this is on my wish list. These are expensive little beautiful crystal Baccarat butterflies that are so meaningful to me. And so obviously I would love to get 10 this year and showcase them in my beauty room. Yeah, I'm at the point where collecting $2,000 and $3,000 bags doesn't do much for me anymore. I'm just so blessed to have the things that I want. I really want to focus on meaningful things. And if you know the story behind the Baccarat Butterfly, then you know how meaningful it would be to amass 10 on my wall. And you know, if God sees fit for it, then we will acquire more. The second item on my list is going to be the Baccarat Champagne Coupe glasses. These are the really thick, sturdy ones. They just look so like heavy and vintage and just beautiful. I love crystal stemware. I love china, stemware, crystal, bone china, everything. At this point, I need a separate china cabinet because I have so much stemware and tableware. And I would love to get a pair of Baccarat Coupe glasses. Now they are, I think, about $500. So that's why I haven't acquired them. Also because I just, y'all, I'm at the point where I have no space for anything. So even if I wanted 10 more Champagne Coupe pairs of glasses and 10 more bags, where would I put it? So that's the problem problem I'm running into, but I definitely would like to get some Baccarat glasses this year because, I don't know, I inherited a lot of fine china and crystal stemware, and so it's really important for me to hopefully one day pass down the things that are meaningful that I enjoy to whatever offspring I potentially have. So yeah, Baccarat coupe glasses. Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. Even though I know that a coupe glass is not the best glass for champagne, it's definitely a tulip, but it just gives me great Gatsby and it's fabulous. And I really would love to try out Baccarat stemware. So that's definitely on the list for this year. Okay, let's move into bags. The next item on my wish list, you guys could have probably guessed this. It's the Bottega Veneta Mini Jody, or MJ as I like to call her. First, I have to give a shout out to my girl Olivia. I will link her channel down below. We've been chatting a lot about MJ because I do have my eye on a new mini Jody, and I will tell you, if there's only one thing that I get on this list, it's going to be a mini Jody, hopefully soon. You guys, I purchased a mini Jody last year. I got it in the color Thunder. It's a beautiful like elephant gray, and when I tell you, the quality of that bag has surpassed every other designer bag that I own, even like vintage 40-year-old bags. That leather is so sumptuous and the bag itself is just so luxurious. Once again, I love that I have inherited certain things from my grandmother, my mother, and my aunts, things like that. And so when I think of amassing collections now, I think of it in terms of what are these like heirloom pieces that you would like to pass down to future generations. And when I look at the essence of a Bottega Veneta in Tracciato leather bag, that is what I see. It's just classic. It already looks vintage. It's so beautiful. That mini Jody is so tiny and so damn impractical, but when I tell you that is probably the top 3 like favorite bags, she's definitely in there. So I would love to get another MJ mini Jody this year, definitely in a pop of color, and stay tuned because we may or may not already have one on the way. Okay, the next bag on my not wishing wish list, but kind of, is the other bag that I know for sure I would like to acquire this year, and that is the Louis Vuitton Monogram Papillon 26. I have to give a shout out to my girl Coco McQueen. I will link her channel down below. She acquired this bag maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, and when I saw her with it, I screamed. If you guys have been collecting or have been admiring Louis Vuitton for decades, you would know that this is a vintage style bag. As you guys know, I love butterflies. I have a few butterfly tattoos. Butterflies, like, that's my spirit animal, okay? And so it only makes sense that my spirit animal and my favorite designer have to come together, and I need a Papillon 26. When I see this bag, once again, I just think she's a fashion icon back in her day and somebody inherited it. Like, I need a Papillon 26. I will for sure be getting that bag this year because you can get them relatively well priced. And the 26 size, I would love to just top handle for dinner, frolicking, stuff like that. That was my era with Louis Vuitton. I don't think at that point I could afford to purchase Louis Vuitton myself, but that's when I really got into Louis Vuitton with like the Babylon bag, the Boulogne, the Solong, the Samora bag, the Lusso tote, the Vavin, the Eclipse. Like, that was my era of bags that I just like drooled over. So those are the bags that I love. And so when I look at Louis Vuitton's latest collections, it's like they're cute, they're trendy, but they don't like make my heart sing. And because I have enough bags, if I acquire anything at this point, it has to be very, very special. And that Papillon is special for sure. The last bag on my wish list, because here we are, is the Dior Diorama in the size medium. Now, if you guys have also seen my wish list that go back and back and back, I always wanted the Chanel boy bag, but that bag is just so expensive, and the more I look at it, I'm just like, do I really want it, or do I just like the silhouette? Could I find something that is not so high priced? And that's where the Diorama comes in. It pretty much is Dior's version of the Chanel boy bag. I love it. They're available in such beautiful, fun, and bright colors, and I want a pop of color bag. Like I said, I have all the bags that I need. So I really would like to focus on fun and interesting things. And yeah, I would love to get that. If I don't, it's no big deal because it's not high on my priority list. Okay, next on my list is a David Yurman ring. Now you guys know this past year I really got into David Yurman jewelry, and I acquired a bracelet stack, well, over the past like 2 years. And David Yurman is probably my favorite jewelry. I know that like Van Cleef and Cartier and things of that caliber are very like trending and what's in right now, but I don't know. I'm very different from your average luxury consumer, at least in their 30s. I like pieces that look vintage. And so David Yurman is just the epitome of that to me. His pieces are classic, timeless, they're beautiful, they're simple yet elegant. So I would love to get a ring because I don't tend to wear a lot of jewelry, but I always want to get into it. And I think wearing just a simple, elegant silver ring every day would be really nice. So maybe I'll acquire one this year. I don't know. I'm just in this space, you guys, where luxury is not that important to me. It's something that I like. It's something that I am around and that I grew up around. But if I didn't acquire anything off this list this year, I would be okay. It's just not as important as it used to be, and I guess that means I'm growing up because I would rather spend my time, energy, and efforts on other things. But I would love just a nice, simple, elegant, everyday ring, you know, something to jazz up my hand since I wear the same nail polish 24/7. So a David Yurman ring for sure, but not one with a stone. It'd have to be like very simple and understated. Okay, and the last item on this list, I told you guys it would be short, is the YSL Fragments zip top card case. I actually own this in like a beautiful green shade. I'll pop the one I own on the screen. Now I don't know what color I would want this in, but I just know that I'd like another because I used that card case 99.9% of the time last year, and I know that with items that I really love, I wear them forever, and I don't want to get really bad wear and tear, so I would like to get another one just so that I can kind of switch back and forth. I probably would still go for a pop of color, maybe a beautiful bright pink or a red. That YSL card case, you guys, is stunning. The quality is so amazing. The zipper is so smooth. I would highly recommend it to anyone. And yeah, I definitely like want another one, but like not really. Y'all, it was so hard to make this list because there's really only 2 things I want this year. And I guess being someone who consumes luxury and who is an influencer, that seems like it's not a lot. But in actuality, it is, because the whole definition of a luxury, at least to me, is something that you don't need. And yeah, I feel like when I was really heavily into luxury, like when I could afford it myself, I was just like getting. And then at some point, things no longer become special. So over the past years, as I've scaled back a bit, I've gotten to really just enjoy the things I have. And like I said, at this point I need a whole nother house for my bags, and that's ridiculous. So that was my no wishing wish list this year. Only literally a handful of things because I don't know, luxury just doesn't excite me the way it once did. Things have to be very, very special. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I love watching them every year, so even though this was not extensive, I hope it kind of gave you a look into how I choose the pieces that I do and what I'm wishing and hoping for. Also, everything will probably be pre-owned besides the jewelry because yeah, if I can save a coin, I'm gonna save a coin. I don't care if it's $5, $50, or $500. That's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Let me know what's on your luxury wish list for 2023. I love you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.